bolts of lightning, pouring rain, crescent moon has taken itself far away to lay down. One more lazy dream. I can't sleep. They used to cut. Now you and me, we was thicker than blood, but the sky grew dark and got inside.
G'day guys, don't laugh. You're actually outside of my window right now. This is probably the only place which has natural light and there's not enough room to put my camera here. So you guys are right outside, sitting outside of the house right now. I'm inside, but lucky for technology and microphones, you can hear me perfectly. Now there is a little reflection on the window, but hey, in the name of art, I'd say it's rather artsy. So it wasn't until day 3 or 4 in Bali where I came to the conclusion that yes, I am actually going to geek out on the camera, and I thought I was going to relax and not worry about taking photos, but I took a couple photos in particular and edited it. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm coming home with a photo book, I don't care. Well, not actually coming home with a photo book, I mean like enough material to make a photo book, you get it. Anyway, I didn't record every single photo because Bali's hectic, things coming from all angles, and sometimes I had enough time to compose it and take a video too. If I saw a potential picture, walking up to the photo, I'd start recording it and then I'd take the photo, vice versa, I'd take the photo and then record it. Just so to give you guys an idea of exactly the atmosphere, the conditions, and just exactly what I was looking at before and after I took the photo. Some of my favorite photos I didn't get a chance to record, but hey, I got plenty of video to showcase the photos that I took. So another FYI, I wasn't concentrating on the video. So a lot of the time I'm trying to do it so fast, I'm fixing the exposure in the video and you can hear me changing the shutter speed, the ISO, and just playing with the exposure triangle. The video wasn't important. It was just to give an idea of how the photo came about. So don't judge the video quality. It's not about that. It's more about the photos, and yeah, I ended up getting enough to make a photo book, and if you wait until the end, you will see the photo book and how it turned out. So be patient, get a coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy these photos. So these dogs ended up forming an alliance and attacking me. Every time I walked past, the locals actually had to shoo them away from me for a couple times. They could tell I was an outsider, so they knew I was different. A lot of hard workers in Bali, working in pretty subpar conditions. Now this was amazing. I had to jump in and get a few selfies. I don't know about my pose, but it'll do.
Thumbs up.
This demonstrates the chaos a little bit. I don't know what interests me about this scene, but it just did. Now this was a bit scary approaching these guys because I was pretty much entering someone's property, but I'm like, you know what, stuff it. I'm gonna go in and say hello, and they were lovely.
Boxing.
Oh, okay.
You love boxing?
Yeah, I like boxing, yeah. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Me. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna explore. You'll see, good. Yeah. Guys, I've only taken like 2 classes of Jiu-Jitsu. I was just trying to find a way I could engage and relate to them. Now I've got so many photos from the street and I love seeing little kids at the front of the motorbike. They look awesome. Half the time they're wearing sunglasses like this cool little kid. Now later I came to realize that this guy in the bin and the guy in the pink hoodie, about 300 meters down the street, 20 minutes later, I took another photo of them and didn't realize until I got home. Here, these guys, and this is one of my favorite photos too, so pretty cool. Now back in Australia, I would fill that tub with water and make a little pool. I ended up befriending this guy and got his WhatsApp just to send him the photos. His name was J-H-E. Now, it was so common to find people just sitting down in the middle of the street, like squatting like that. It was so common. Thought that was cool, through the gap. And this guy's just living the dream, living the life. Life can be a dream, shaboom, shaboom. Now, this guy seemed to be collecting plastics or something. Not too sure why. I don't know if he's just doing a good deed and cleaning the place up, because trust me, that place needs a good cleaning, because all the tourists and people used to leave shit and rubbish behind, but I doubt it. Now, this kid is my spirit animal, or spirit human, I guess. He was having a grand old time just dancing on the street. And he wasn't dancing because of me, he was already dancing and I walked into it. Unfortunately, I didn't try any of the street food. I didn't want to get sick, but I was tempted every day. What a vibe. This little dog, oh my God, he hated me. He was so cute. I don't even know what breed it is. It's like a mutt, just mixed. All right, guys, as the sun was going down, this is where everything started turning magical for me, and I got some really cool shots that probably my favorite of the trip. I was fixated on these masks and trying to use the bikes as a foreground with a very slow shutter speed so I can get some motion blur and the mask in focus. Now, here is a barber. I did want to cut my hair there, but I chose not to, just in case we have a bit of a language barrier and they fuck up my hair, which is pretty hard to fuck up, but just chose not to. Now, I don't know what these are. I don't know if they're potatoes or sweet potato, I don't know. Now, this guy was standing there, I'm like, unzip your hoodie, let me see. He didn't understand for a bit, but then he understood, and voila, koala there. Every shop just looked like a new scene to take a photo of. Like, it's just so different from compared to back home. Now here's another guy squatting, enjoying a cigarette. And I like how the guy on the left is framed up perfectly between the tree. And then this guy jumped out in front of me out of nowhere, and this is one of my favorite photos too for some reason.
I can take photo?
Now I just walked in here
Can I see the spark?
because I saw sparks going crazy. I'm like, stuff it. What's the worst? They can say no. I said yes, and I love these shots. Although the ISO I did have to crank up, but I don't care. Sometimes crank the ISO just to get the picture. Who cares how grainy it's gonna be? I heard this music play out of nowhere. I looked at the time, it was 6 on the dot, so I assumed it must be a daily thing. I'd say a Hindu thing. Hindu is a main religion in Bali. And it was kind of eerie, without sounding rude, but scary, but beautiful at the same time. And the sun was going down now, and I spent a good 10 minutes here. I love seeing the big families on the bike, all 4 of them, sometimes 5. A bit of motion blur with still traffic. I wish I framed him there and got the photo, but I opted for video instead. Now I started taking photos of this guy, and I think they were making a bread or a dough. Or naan, maybe? Maybe it's none. Maybe it's none your business. Now he's just twirling it like crazy. And he's having a good old time. And this is the book cover right now. I'm glad I got it on video. This kid, and he was just fixated on me, and the mother was completely distracted, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Here's a barber again. I like the colors. Now I had to crank the ISO now, but sometimes, as I said before, it's worth it. Who cares about the grain? Cameras these days can handle a high ISO. I was going to be a smartass and ask this guy for the time, but I thought, well, he probably cops that 500 times a day. It's not even funny. Just keep going. Now this is where I also got some of my favorite photos. Not this one, but the next one, although I do like the two-tone colors there. Now here, this is an incredible photo with the cat and the lady. I love it. One of my favorite photos, probably second or third favorite.
You got it from rescue?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. His owner.
What's his name?
Huh?
Name.
The name?
Yeah.
Ah.
No name yet. No name.
Siapa namanya kucingnya? Hah? Coco.
Oppo?
Coco.
Coco.
The name Chinese people.
I
Alright,
didn't
see
actually
ya.
understood what she said, but
This one. The white dog.
Another rescue.
Lucky. Lucky sini.
Lecky?
Kasih dikit ya.
Oh. Oh, okay. Nala from Lion King.
I think white dog.
and here's another one of my favorite photos, just the colors and the facial expression, and yeah, love it. See how cool this is. You just walk in the street and see something so natural to them, but so cool to you. And another workshop going on here. And I thought this looked cool. Just stuff that wouldn't even look cool to them. Like, that makes me want to travel again, just seeing new things. I think I was drawn to that blow up doll thing that shakes like crazy and is like, oh baby, baby. Just a street restaurant that I unfortunately never ate at, but I wanted to. Now these teenagers were just playing volleyball, and I just walked up to them and said, can you jump as high as you can and let me get a photo, please? Took them a while to understand what I was saying, but got it. And it was pissing down out of nowhere this day, and that happened a lot, especially because it was wet season. The rain would just come out of nowhere and it's torrential and the streets would flood. But the photos were sick. I got a lot of kind of the same shots, but I was waiting for like a bike that would come and pop. I got a few of them. I like this brown solo bike. And this one, 4 in a row, well spaced out. These guys never saw me, but they were both asleep. There's one in the back left you can barely see, and then the next photo shows where they were at, like their farmland, kind of, if you can call it that. I think this was the end of Eid, and they were all celebrating. And this photo demonstrates the devastation of rice fields and them building villas like on the left and leaving rubbish behind. Now, I bought this raincoat set from the store, and oh my God, it's like stepping into a sauna wearing nothing but plastic bags covering you. It's the most revolting feeling, so sticky, sweaty, but hot, and yet you're covered in this plastic. But if I didn't get it, I would have been soaked. My camera would have been soaked and I would have had to stop taking photos. But I thought fast, I'm like, you know what? I bet they sell them at a grocery store. I look around and lo and behold, there it is, $10. And it was worth it. I actually brought it back home with me. I was going to throw it out, but I'm like, nah, for the memes. And I decided to do a bit of modeling. Yeah, I do a little bit of modeling on the side. Unpaid work though. And I found this street and I was stuck here for a while and my camera was soaked, but I got some awesome photos. This was my second last day, so I like the purple bike too. I couldn't choose my favorite one, but probably the guy in the orange or the purple bike. And now here's the monkey zoo, and I love monkeys. When I was younger, I always wanted to grow up and become a monkey. You could imagine how devastated I was when I found out that you can't actually become a monkey. But then recently I found out you can be anything you want to be. It's 2024, so I'm a monkey. And look how cute they are. Once again, I didn't want to be there the whole time taking pictures, but you best believe that's what happened. Every single monkey I wanted to capture, but these were the winning shots. And let me just clarify, I only had my 17 to 40 millimeter camera. So to get some of these shots, I had to get right up close. Look, he just took something from my bag.
Oh shit.
As you can see, I look thrilled. Check out this cheeky bugger. So I ended up getting bitten on the head by one of these. Everyone's saying, oh, you got to go see if you got rabies, but they don't give rabies.
Oh, hey, listen. That's all you had to say. Where'd he go? Seriously.
All right, last hurrah with the monkey pics. Oh, we're not done yet. Trying to get a cute couple photo and yeah,
He's going through me.
got photo bombed.
Is there another one?
This is a big one.
Oh no.
All right, I was still going with the monkey photos. The little monkeys were just too cute, I swear. All right, here's the last hurrah with the monkey photos. All my favorite ones from the day. Look at this adorable little man. That's one of my favorites. And that one's blind in one eye. Now this was the last hour of my trip in Bali. Told my missus I'm gonna have one last hurrah and take as many photos as I can at night, and I want this time get the food and culture in particular, because I don't think I took enough food and like food pictures, so and here we go. Let him cook. All right, guys, this is just about the end. Stick around to see the end results of the photo book. It's 90 pages, over 180 photos. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you soon. All right, guys, I forgot to mention, stick around to the end because there are all the rest of the photos that I didn't get to record at the end of the video, and about 80% of them made it to the photo book. Some of my favorites are in there, so yeah, it only goes for an extra minute and a half, but stick around and see all the photos. Thank you. See you soon. All right, g'day guys. So I wasn't expecting this to come today, but while I was out, I got an email saying that my book that I only made a week ago had arrived in the mail, and I haven't been able to go home, so I told Jay to bring it to my grandparents' house in which we're having dinner tonight, and here it is. So I got it from blurb.com. That's where I made it. I'm telling you what, it was a bit pricey, but because it's only a one-off and it does highlight my trip to Bali, I thought I'd go all out and get the biggest, and there's about 90 pages, so I didn't cheap out on this one. Now, a bit behind this book, before going to Bali, literally a few hours before the airport, well, for the last few weeks before I went to Bali, I was tossing up whether I should bring my camera or not, and I ultimately made the decision not to bring it, just because I didn't want to bring oversized technology there. That's especially expensive. Everywhere I go, I always bring it, and it's just such an added stress. So I thought, look, it's Bali. I'm there to relax. When I think of Bali, I think of beaches, nightclubs. I didn't think they had a whole, which is very naive of me, but I didn't think there was a whole like a local culture there, which sounds ridiculous, but you only hear stories from your mates saying, yeah, I went Bali, I lived like a king, and yeah, it was just really bougie, and I've never used that word before. I don't know why I just use it, but yes, at the last second, I thought, you know what, it would be criminal not to bring my camera. That's not who I am, and I won't have any regrets. Imagine getting there and regretting not bringing your camera. The iPhone just doesn't cut it, especially my iPhone 11. It's probably like 10 models too old these days, but brought my camera, and this is what's come of it. Beneath the surface of Bali, because this is displaying the true, authentic Bali beneath the surface of what they portray, or that what's portrayed online by influencers of Instagram and stuff. Sorry, I just ate, and this is some homemade Nunu wine. Now, my biggest worry was seeing a typo, so I'm just going to make sure. And I spelt my name wrong. Great, kidding. Thank God. Now, it is a photo book, so I did only write one brief description. Oh, thanks for the postcard, the book cut. What's it called? Book reader? No. Look, clearly I don't read books. Bookmark. Now, I did proofread it a few times, so I'm not going to stress myself out. I trust that it's all good, grammatically correct, and no spelling mistakes, no double spaces. Hopefully not. All right, now every photo is aspect ratio of, I believe it's 21:9, and that's what inspired me to make a photo book. I took a few photos, edited them, and then one photo I just did a really it's almost a panorama, but it's not. It's just pretty much cropping the top and bottom and giving a wider angle, and it just made me think, wow, I'm going to do this with all the photos. And by that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come back with a photo book. And I only went out shooting probably 3 times. The first 2 days I did video, and I was intending to do video every day because, you know, that's just what Instagram's all about these days. But I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm doing photos. I want to capture the true, authentic Bali. And yeah, I got, at least, I think in this book there's about 170 photos plus. So I opted for Lustra photo paper, and I believe this book is 33 centimeters times 27, I think. I'm not too sure. No, that doesn't sound right. I don't know, but it's a landscape format, and it's every single page has 4 photos on it. Now, this is a one-off. It cost me over $200, especially it has US price, and then I paid for express shipping too. And that's even after finding a discount code online, which it would have cost even more if I didn't have that discount code. But they're pretty easy to find. Now, I was thinking of making a zine, which is way cheaper, and that way if I make a zine, it's just more affordable for everyone. I don't think anyone will pay $200 for this. Only I paid $200 for it because it's something that I have from Bali. I included it as a holiday expense, really. So, and I'm just saying these photos look really good in this book. All right, guys, that's a little about it. If you're interested, let me know.
Bolts of lightning, pouring rain, crescent moon has taken itself far away to lay down. One more lazy dream. I can't sleep. They used to cut. Now you and me, we was thicker than blood, but the sky grew dark and got inside of me. I still hear the words you told me, baby, gonna be so lonely when I'm gone. But it isn't true, I was just as lonely with you. I guess I always will be. Someday soon I am gonna go back behind the clouds to see the big light show in the sky. You know I've been there in my dream. You there, right by my side. We were ghosts with arms open wide, but we floated away, a strange distant sea. Well, heaven grew the silver moon, made the ocean sing. I thought that I would feel brand new, but trouble's on the wing. I know that there's a solitary life that's filled with peace, or sometimes a man just needs a wife. Break my heart, break my bones, you still hang around wherever I may roam. Yeah, you got behind my eye, it's more than I can take.